Hello, hello everyone. This is Amy of AJC Magic TV. Gonna do some late night trivia fun. I'll just rapid fire. First one who answers the questions gets a point. If you're watching the replay, you'll be able to play along because I won't give away the answer until I read the question and leave the answer. Welcome in, Mark. Thank you for joining this evening. Just some 80s, it's a mixture of 80s and 90s trivia. First person that answers gets the point, and it's just going to be rapid fire questions. And we'll get started because I do know like Dad Builds and Steve's on. Oh, no problem. I'm sure there's a lot of other people, and in fact, that just reminded me I have to get my local one done, but I don't owe anything. But I'll get it done. But like I said, I'll be reading the questions. If anybody answers them, you get a point. And if not, if you're playing along on the replay, you'll be able to guess the questions and get the answers. So here we go. And I know like Dad Builds and a few others are live, but thank you all for joining. But here we go. Kathleen Turner was the voice of which character in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Kathleen Turner was the voice of which character in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I'll be points till the crowd arrives. Yeah. I'm not sure how much of a crowd I'll get. I'll probably get more replayers if they do that. But thank you. Kathleen Turner was the voice of which character in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Welcome in, Kevin. I'm going to go ahead and give the answer after reading the questions. Okay, Mark actually got the answer with Jessica Rabbit. Welcome in, LSU Mom. It was Jessica Rabbit. Good job, Mark. Welcome in, LSU Mom. Here we go with the next question. Kathleen Turner was the voice of which... Oh, sorry, I read that already. What 1983 Elton John song featured Stevie Wonder on the harmonica? What 1983 Elton John song featured Stevie Wonder on the harmonica? I guess you would have to know your Elton John. And like I said, it'll be rapid fire. If you're playing the replay, you will get the answer. I'll be reading the question again. But what 1983 Elton John song featured Stevie Wonder on the harmonica? And Wonderful World of Walter's Dad Mark he got part of the answer correct. It is, I guess, that's why they call it the blues. So Mark gets the point. That's why they call it the blues. Good job, Mark. Okay, here we go with the next question. What famous crooner sang the Married with Children theme song? Yes, that is a good song. What famous crooner sang the Married with Children theme song? Didn't know the song title was that long. Yes. Yeah, it is. That's why they call it the blues. But yeah, you would have thought it is part of the line in the song, but yeah, I didn't think it had a long title like that. But here we go with the next question. What famous crooner sang the Married with Children theme song? And Mark is on a roll with Frank Sinatra. Good job, Mark. Such a wonderful combination. Such a weird combination. Yes. Frank Sinatra and Married with Children. Love and marriage. Okay, here we go with the next question. They have a bunch of countries listed. You can name 2 of them. Name 2 of the 6 countries to compete in every World Cup soccer tournament during the 80s and 90s. Name 2 of the 6 countries to compete in every World Soccer Cup tournament during the 80s and 90s. And Mark got it. He got 2 of them with Brazil and Italy. Brazil and Italy. Welcome in, Mike Beachman. Yeah, Canada was not one of them, but Mark was first with Brazil and Italy. The answers were Brazil, Italy, Argentina, Belgium, Germany, or Spain, and Spain. So you can name one of those, 2 of those 6. So it was Brazil, Italy, Argentina, Belgium, Germany, Spain. Oh, France is a good guess. Yes. Yeah, France was a good guess, and so was Canada, but Brazil, Italy, Argentina, Belgium, Germany, Spain. Okay, here we go with the next question. Which 80s icon popularized skateboarding? Yeah, the classic football, classic powerhouses, yes. Which 80s icon popularized skateboarding? Mike Beachman, you got the last name correct, but Mark got it with Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk. Half point there, Mike Beachman. Mike B. You get the half point, but it was Tony Hawk for the answer. Okay, here we go with the next question. What movie earned Steven Spielberg his first Oscar? What movie earned Steven Spielberg his first Oscar? It's not E.T., but that is a good guess. It's not E.T. Yeah, where's Nick? He's probably over in Dad Builds there with Dad Builds and Steve. but but what movie earned Steven Spielberg his first Oscar? I will say it was a very long movie. And I know when I went to the theater, you could basically hear a pin drop on the ground when this movie was playing. Nobody moved. If that helps you, if you went to see the movie in the theater. Not Titanic, that's James Cameron. Indiana Jones would be a good guess, but it's not Titanic or Mike B gets it with Schindler's List. Mike Beachman gets the point with Schindler's List. So good job, Mike. Good job, Mike. but it was Schindler's List. Okay, here we go with the next question. Who left St. Louis for LA in 1986 with nothing but her savings and her goal to be a singer? And it's a multiple choice question, so listen for the answers. Who left St. Louis for LA in 1986 with nothing but her savings and her goal to be a singer? A. Sheryl Crow, B. Tori Amos, or C. Pat Benatar? But who left St. Louis for LA in 1986 with nothing but her savings and her goal to be a singer? A. Sheryl Crow, B. Tori Amos, or C. Pat Benatar? And the answer is letter A, Sheryl Crow. And Mark got it again with Sheryl Crow. Good job, Mark. You're on a roll there. But it was Sheryl Crow. Okay, here we go with the next question. What golfing great aced the same 182-yard hole on consecutive days in 1986? Avoiding taxes. Yes. What golfing great aced the same 182-yard hole on consecutive days in 1986? Tiger Woods is a good guess, and so is Jack Nicklaus, but that's not the correct answer. Trying to get the camera to focus a little better. But those are good answers. Not Tiger Woods or Jack Nicklaus. I don't watch much golf. I always answer Tiger Woods when golf comes up. Yes, that's true. And Mike Beachman gets the answer with Arnold Palmer. Arnold Palmer. Good job, Mike Beachman. Arnie Planet. But Arnold Palmer was the answer, and Mike B got it first. Okay, the next one is multiple choice. Multiple choice. Sorry. Which TV show was the most popular series from the 80s? Which TV show was most popular series from the 80s? A. Cheers, B. MASH, or C. The Cosby Show? Welcome in, Movie Mania Nick and MLW Fishing Man. Which TV show was the most popular series from the 80s? A. Cheers, B. MASH, or C. The Cosby Show? I will say that it's not Cheers or MASH. So the first person that types in the correct answer gets the point. It's not Cheers or MASH or The Family Ties. And LSU Mom gets the point for the board. It was The Cosby Show. The Cosby Show. I believe MASH was more the late 70s, maybe. MASH was a little bit earlier. And I think Cheers got more popular into the 90s than it was The than it was the 80s. Here we go, Nick. I'll give you the question, but it was, what movie earned Steven Spielberg his first Oscar? What movie earned Steven Spielberg his first Oscar? See if you know that one, Movie Mania, Nick. Oh, no problem, Monorail Molly. It was just a pop-up, real quick trivia. Thank you for joining. Just for Nick, right? Yeah. No. No, it wasn't Saving Private Ryan, but a good guess. It was the Schindler's List. Schindler's List was the answer. But that's a good guess also. Although he did do a bunch of movies that were good beforehand. And then, of course, Schindler's List came along and put him on the map of the Oscars. Okay, here we go with the next question. Who at age 24 earned an Oscar nomination for his screenplay and direction of Boys in the Hood? I guess phones, but two other directors. Who at age 24 earned an Oscar nomination for his screenplay and direction of Boys in the Hood? We got some good answers there, but it's not Spike Lee. But that's a good guess. It's not Spike Lee. Cuba Downing Jr. was in the movie, but it was not him. And I'm not sure how popular this particular person, he probably was popular. I watched the movie, but I didn't remember his name. But Mark actually got it, but his last name is Singleton. John Singleton. John Singleton. But Mark was the closest on that one. Okay, here we go with the next question. In the 80s, what female artist had hits like Hit Me With Your Best Shot, Love Is a Battlefield, and We Belong? Only know that because a good friend is a screenwriter. I met him. Okay, that's pretty cool. I liked watching that movie. It was a pretty good movie. In the 80s, what female artist had hits like Hit Me With Your Best Shot, Love Is a Battlefield, and We Belong? And Mike Beachman got it first with Pat Benatar. Pat Benatar. Good job, Mike B. Okay, here we go with the next question. Here is the next question. What animated character uses the phrase, eat my shorts? What animated character uses the phrase, eat my shorts? I'm not sure if he's saying it nowadays, but what animated character uses the phrase, eat my shorts? And we have Mark and Mike Beachman. So Mark and Mike Beachman with Bart Simpson. Bart Simpson. So good job, Mike and Mark. Okay, here we go with the next question. This is multiple choice. Which all-star goalie was too superstitious to step on any of the blue or center ice lines? Which All Star goalie was too superstitious to step on any of the blue or center ice lines? A. Ken Dryden or B. Patrick Waugh? Okay, Mark, have a good night. You actually scored 8 points. And the first two people to get it was LSU Mom and Mike Beachman with Patrick Waugh. Like Patrick Roy or Waugh, they pronounce it different, but Patrick Roy. So we have LSU Mom and Mike Beachman. Have a good night, Mark, and thank you for joining. Yes. So whoever guessed it, the first two people, they guessed it. Okay, here we go with the next question. What type of large party featuring DJs and electronic dance music gained popularity in the 90s? What type of large parties featuring DJs and electronic dance music gained popularity in the 90s? And I think they also had like glow sticks and various things like that. And they were sort of pop up type parties. That's all I pretty much know about them. They were kind of pop up parties in different areas. But what type of large parties featuring DJs, electronic dance music gained popularity in the 90s? And Sebastian the Crab gets it with the raves parties. The raves parties and Movie Mania Nick. Welcome in, Jeanette, Sebastian the Crab. Because I remember hearing stories of like rave parties inside tunnels and just various places around the different areas. Okay, here we go with the next question. Which leading lady won an Oscar for her performance in Shakespeare in Love? Which leading lady won an Oscar for her performance in Shakespeare in Love? Yeah, you probably would have to see the movie to guess who is in this particular movie. But which leading lady won an Oscar for her performance in Shakespeare in Love? Meryl Streep is a good guess, but it was not her. And actually, Movie Mania Nick and LSU Mom got it with Gwyneth Paltrow. So LSU Mom and Movie Mania Nick with Gwyneth Paltrow. I think it took a while. I'm not sure if it was Meryl Streep. It took a while for her to actually get an Oscar, but that was a good guess. That was a good guess, though. Because I don't think I would have gotten it unless I either seen the movie or looked it up. So, good job, everyone. Okay, here we go with the next question. What famous 80s band had a one armed drummer? What famous 80s band had a one armed drummer? And the answer is Def Leppard. Def Leppard. So we have Mike B and Kevin Theme Park Adventures with Def Leppard. I think Rick Allen was his name. Yes, you're on the board, Kevin. Okay, here we go with the next question. But I couldn't think of the band's name. You get a half point there, Emily. Okay, here we go with the next question. Who played Mike Seaver on Growing Pains? Who played Mike Seaver on Growing Pains? What actor played Mike Seaver on Growing Pains? And the answer is Kirk Cameron. Kirk Cameron. So we have Movie Mania Nick and Kathy Hollister. And Kathy Hollister. Welcome in, Kathy. With Kirk Cameron. Good job. Okay, here we go with the next question. During the 1980s, which two teams had the biggest rivalry in the NBA? During the 1980s, which two teams had the biggest rivalry in the NBA? And we have our answer. It is the Boston Celtics and the LA Lakers. The Boston Celtics and the LA Lakers. So Sebastian the Crab and LSU Mom got it correctly. The Boston Celtics and LA Lakers. So that was pretty good. Yeah, you had half of it, Mike, with the LA Lakers. Okay, here we go with the next question. Which ANC activist was finally released from prison in February of 1990? Which ANC activist was finally released from prison in February of 1990? And we have our answer. It is Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela. So Mike B and Kevin. Nelson Mandela. Good job, everyone. Just grabbing some other cards. Okay, here we go with the next question. Here we go. What affliction did Stanley's public defender have and My Cousin Vinny? What affliction did Stanley's public defender have and My cousin Vinny? What was wrong with Stanley's public defender? And my cousin Vinny. What's a youth? But Stanley hired the public defender, but he had a problem when he talked. I'm not sure if it was Tourette's, so I'm not going to take that one for right now. But Emily, LSU mom, got it with stutters. He stuttered. So LSU mom got it with stutter. Good try though, Mike and Kevin with the stutters. Okay, we're going to go on to the next question. Who died in a 1990 helicopter accident after a concert with Eric Clapton and Buddy Guy? Who died in 1990 helicopter accident after a concert with Eric Clapton and Buddy Guy? I remember that happening, but don't remember who it was. Mike Beachman got it with Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Mike Beachman got it. So good luck. Good job, Mike. Was Stevie Ray Vaughan. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Where did the Golden Girls live in Florida? Where did the Golden Girls live in Florida? Where did the Golden Girls live in Florida? And Mike Beachman got it again with Miami. With Miami. So good job, Mike Beachman. Let me get rid of him. Okay. Here we go with the next question. What African American tennis star retired in 1980 due to health issues? What African American tennis star retired in 1980 due to health issues? And the stadium on Staten Island or the Queens area is named after him. And Mike Beachman comes in first with Arthur Ashe. Arthur Ashe. And then Kevin. So good job. Good job, Mike and Kevin. I could picture him in my head, but could not think of the name. Yes. But yeah, the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Okay, here we go with the next question. Where were the first 5 seasons of the X-Files film? Where were the first 5 seasons of the X-Files film? A, Vancouver, B, New York, or C, LA? Where were the first 5 seasons of X-Files film? A, Vancouver, B, New York, or C, LA? And Mike Beachman got it first with Vancouver. Letter A, Vancouver. Good job, Mike Beachman. Okay, let's go on to the next category. What film earned Brad Pitt his first Oscar nomination? What film earned Brad Pitt his first Oscar nomination? A, Legends of the Fall, B, 12 Monkeys, or C, Thelma and Louise? What film earned Brad Pitt his first Oscar nomination? A, Legends of the Fall, B, 12 Monkeys, or C, Thelma and Louise? Welcome in, JNN Travels. Thank you for joining. Okay, thank you. Hello, John and Nancy. And LSU Mom gets it for 12 Monkeys. Letter B. Letter B for 12 Monkeys. LSU Mom. Good job, Emily. Okay, here we go with the next question. Who recorded Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me with Elton John in 1991? Who recorded Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me with Elton John in 1991? And we have our answer. It is George Michael. George Michael. So Mike Beachman and Kevin. Oh, dang it. Okay, here we go with the next question. What is the name of the red-hatted video game character that first appeared in Donkey Kong in 1981? What is the name of the red-hatted video game character that first appeared in Donkey Kong in 1981? And we have our answer. It is Mario. Mario. So we have Movie Mania Nick and Kathy Hollister with Mario. Good job, Nick and Kathy. Okay, here we go with the next question. In what science fiction series did people routinely get trapped on a holodeck? In what science fiction series did people routinely get trapped on a holodeck? HOLODECK. Movie Mania Nick and Kathy Hollister got it again with Star Trek. It was Star Trek The Next Generation, but I will take the Star Trek. Good job, everyone. Okay, for you wrestling fans, here we go. He might not be a wrestler, but I thought it might be. But here we go with the next question. Roland Stewart, aka Rainbow Man, was best known for holding up a sign at various sports events in the 1980s with what biblical reference? Roland Stewart, aka Rainbow Man, was best known for holding up a sign at various sporting events in the 1980s with what biblical reference? And we have our answer. It is John 3:16. LSU Mom got it first, then Movie Mania Nick. So good job, LSU Mom and Movie Mania Nick. Okay, here we go with the next question. Who directed Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream? Austin 3:16 for wrestling fans. Okay. Who directed Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream? And the answer is Wes Craven. Wes Craven. So LSU Mom, Kevin, and then Movie Mania Nick got the full name. So I will give him credit for that. Okay, here we go with the next question. What band was named for the jam made by Eddie Vedder's grandmother? What band was named for the jam made by Eddie Vedder's grandmother? And the answer is Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam. So Mike B was first, then LSU Mom, and Kathy Hollister. And Kathy Hollister with Pearl Jam. Good job, everyone. Okay, here we go with the next question. What heartthrob played Luke Bauer on Growing Pains? What heartthrob played Luke Bauer on Growing Pains? And it's actually Luke Brower. So, what heartthrob played Luke Brower on Growing Pains? Oh, I was like, okay. We do have an answer. It is Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio. So we have Mike Beachman, Kathy Hollister, and Movie Mania Nick with Leo DiCaprio. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I kind of like, whoa. Sorry about that. Yeah, I realized I kind of like started to space out there for a moment. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm in the middle of something. But thank you, Nick, for asking. We're probably going to do a couple more questions anyway because it is getting late and all of that. So that was the other thing. But I started to look at the score and everything and kind of like forgot what I was doing there. Yeah, that wasn't good on my part. Okay, here we go with the next question. What watch company created a fashion sensation with bright and eclectic watches starting in 1983? What watch company created a fashion sensation with bright and eclectic watches starting in 1983? And then our phone rang at home here. Well, the Rolex is a good question or a good answer, and the Timex is a good answer. But it was not either one of them. I will say it started with an S. The answer started with an S. If that helps anyone. Samsung. Mike Beachman and John V got it with Swatch. Mike Beachman and John V got it with Swatch. Welcome in, John V. Hang on one minute. I'm going to go grab some water. I'll be right back. Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. But good evening, John V. Okay, here we go with the next question. This will be the final 5 questions of the evening. But here we go. In 1992, Al Pacino won an Oscar for Scent of a Woman. What was his character's major handicap? In 1992, Al Pacino won an Oscar for Scent of a Woman. What was his character's major handicap? And we have the answer. He was blind. He was blind. So we have Kathy Hollister. Welcome in Nico the Greco. He gets a point. And John V with blind. Good job, everyone. That got the answer first. So we had Kathy Hollister, Nico the Greco, and John V. Welcome in, Nico the Greco. Thank you for joining. Okay, here we go with the next question. In the 80s, what band scored a top 30 hit covering Al Green's Take Me to the River? In the 80s, what band scored a top 30 hit covering Al Green's Take Me to the River? And we have our answer. Let's see. But our answer is Talking Heads. Talking Heads. So Mike B and Kevin got it with Talking Heads. Okay, here we go with the next question. What boxing promoter was sued by Mike Tyson for allegedly cheating him out of millions of dollars? What boxing promoter was sued by Mike Tyson for allegedly cheating him out of millions of dollars? And the answer is Don King. Don King. So we have we have Mike Beechman, John V, and Movie Mania Nick with Don King. Good job, everyone. The top three people was Mike, John V, and Movie Mania Nick. Okay, here we go with the next question. Who was the director of many of the popular Brat Pack movies of the 80s, including The Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink? Who was the director of many of the popular Brat Pack movies of the 80s, including The Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink? And we have our answer. It is John Hughes. John Hughes. So we have Nico the Greco, John V, and Movie Mania Nick. Good job, guys and ladies. But good job, everyone, on there. Two more questions to go. Let's see. Oh, sorry about that. Put the cards down and it stopped the camera. Okay, here we go with the next question. Mel Gibson both directed and starred in what 1995 Oscar winning epic? Mel Gibson both directed and starred in what 1995 Oscar winning epic? And we have our answer. It is Braveheart. Braveheart. That was a good guess, LSU mom, but it was Braveheart. So we have Mike Beechman, Nico the Greco, and Movie Mania Nick. And Movie Mania Nick. Yeah, I was gonna say it was Kevin Costner. A good movie, but hard to watch. Yeah, it had some pretty gory stuff in there too. Okay, here we go with the next question. What band's members were known as Demon Lizard, Star Lover, Spaceman, and Catman? What band's members were known as Demon Lizard, Star Lover, Spaceman, and Catman? And we have our answer. It is Kiss. It is Kiss. So we have LSU Mom, Nico the Greco, and Movie Mania Nick. Good job, everyone. Here we go. Next question. Get your fingers ready. Who played Will on Fresh Prince of Bel Air? Who played Will on Fresh Prince of Bel Air? And we have our answer. It is Will Smith. Will Smith. So we have LSU Mom, Nico the Greco, and Mike B. Mike B was the top three answers. Aquaman Adventures by D. We have a couple more questions. I'm gonna do three more. I know I just said that, but we're gonna do definitely three more. I'm gonna pick out three more questions, and then we will end the evening. Okay. What was the most popular girl's name during the 1980s and 90s? What was the most popular girl's name during the 1980s and 90s? A. Sarah, B. Jessica, or C. Jennifer? But what was the most popular girl's name during the 80s and 90s? A. Sarah, B. Jessica, or C. Jennifer? Tiffany. LSU Mom had Ashley Madison. Let's see. And LSU Mom is the only one that got it correct with letter B, Jessica. Jessica. Good job, Emily. LSU Mom. But probably Jennifer now that I think about it. And actually, they have Jessica. So, yeah, I'm surprised it isn't Jennifer. But Jessica was the answer. Yeah, they're all popular now. And especially those three because of Jennifer Aniston, Sarah Jessica Parker, and that crew. Okay, here's for the boys' names. What was the most popular boys' names during the 90s? What was the most popular boy's name during the 1990s? A. Michael, B. Matthew, or C. Joshua? Me. But what was the most popular boy's name during the 1990s? A. Michael, B. Matthew, or C. Joshua? And 2 people got it. It is Michael. Michael. So Mike Beachman and Movie Mania Nick. Mike Beachman and Movie Mania Nick. Good job, everyone. Yeah, Joshua was starting to gain ground there. Okay, get your fingers ready because most of you probably know this answer. And this is the final question. The final question. Who starred in Doogie Howser, MD? Who starred in Doogie Howser, MD? Who starred in Doogie Howser, MD? And we do have our answer. It was Neil Patrick Harris. Neil Patrick Harris. So Nico the Greco, Mike B, Movie Mania Nick, LSU Mom, Kathy, Kevin, and Dave. Kathy, Kevin, and Dave. Oh, thank you, Nico the Greco. Thank you for joining. Since you guys joined, I know I actually have to get going, but I will do 2 more questions that since a lot of you have joined in a little bit later. I'll do 2 more questions and then I will get going. I know I'm not sure if Dad Bills is still live, and then I thought I seen the Disney Baker going live, so you can go check those guys out. Thank Dean of the Live Place, theliveplace.com. And I hope you guys have a great week, but we'll do two quick questions. But here we go. Okay, thank you, Nick. That's what I kind of figured. But what city was the setting for the Drew Carey show? What city was the setting for the Drew Carey show? And we have our answer. It is Cleveland. Cleveland. Yeah, Drew Carey's from Cleveland. So we have Nico the Greco, Mike B, and John V. With Cleveland. Cleveland rocks. Yeah, with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it does. Here we go with the next question. Who played Martin Riggs in the Lethal Weapon movies? Who played Martin Riggs in the Lethal Weapon movies? Yeah, not their Major League Baseball team. And we have our answer. It is Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson. So we have LSU Mom, Movie Mania Nick, and Kevin Theme Park Adventures. But it was Mel Gibson. Okay, here we go with the final question of the evening. This is the final question. But here we go. What show was known as the show about nothing? I mixed the characters up, yes. What show was known as the show about nothing? And it was very popular. But what show was known as the show about nothing? And we do have our answer. It is Seinfeld. Seinfeld. Let's see who got it. We have Mike Beachman, John V, LSU Mom are the top three people. Then Kevin, Dave, Nico, Nick. Yes. Yes, it was. But that was the final question. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, it was a very good show, and a lot of, I know a lot of guys enjoyed it there, that show, but there were a lot of women too. Okay, our big winner this evening with 21 points was Mike B. Mike Beachman won with 21 points. LSU Mom was second place with 16 points. Movie Mania Nick was third place with 15 points. Mark, Wonderful World of Walter's Dad, got 10 points. Sebastian the Crab, 2 points. Kevin Theme Park Adventures, 9 points. Kathy Hollister, 9 points. John V, 6 points. Nico the Greco, 8 points. And Adventures by D with 2 points. These are just our dreams, Jeff points. Yes, you could turn them in to Jeff for his meet and greets. But have a great night, everyone. Thank you for joining. And see us Wednesday when we will get back to more trivia. I'm going to try to find some different categories. But thank you all for joining. If you haven't already done so, please hit that thumbs up button. It does help out our channel. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how many questions you got correct. And if you're new, please consider subscribing because you don't know when we're going to go live, whether it's trivia or we're out and about throughout Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, Ohio, or Florida, or even Maryland. So have a great night, everyone, and we will see you in the chats. And have a great week. Bye, everyone, and good night.